France Football revealed the nominees for the 2024 Ballon d'Or this Wednesday on their social media channels. The spotlight is on players from Real Madrid, Champions League winners, the Spanish national team, Euro 2024 champions, and the Argentine national team, Copa America champions. Among the big names announced this Wednesday are Erling Haaland, Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, Vitinha, Harry Kane, Federico Valverde, and Antonio Rudiger. 6 Spanish players are in the running for this year's Ballon d'Or after their Euro 2024 victory this summer. Nico Williams, Dani Olmo, Rodri, Dani Carvajal, Lamine Yamal, and Alejandro Grimaldo. Argentina, the Copa America champions, leads the Latin American representation with goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez and forward Lautaro Martinez. For the first time since 2003, neither Cristiano Ronaldo nor Lionel Messi are among the nominees. Barcelona's Lamine Yamal, who turned 17 in July, becomes the youngest player ever nominated for the Ballon d'Or. With the Ballon d'Or nomination unveiling taking place today, France Football has also announced the list of nominees for the Copa Trophy Award for 2024, and 2 Barcelona wonderkids Lamine Yamal and Pau Cubarsí have been nominated for the prestigious honour. The Copa Trophy is an association football award presented to the best performing player worldwide under the age of 21. The award is presented by France Football and is named after the late French footballer Raymond Kopa. In the past, Barcelona have had 2 winners of the Copa Trophy, with Pedri winning the honour in 2021 and Gavi in 2022. Now Lamine Yamal and Cubarsí, both of whom enjoyed sensational breakthrough campaigns last season with Barcelona, are in the running for the honour. Also nominated for the honour are Real Madrid's Arda Güler, PSG's Warren Zaire-Emery, and Joe Neves, Manchester United's Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho, and Bayern Munich's Mathys Tel, among others. For the first time since 2003, neither Cristiano Ronaldo nor Lionel Messi have been included in the nominees for the Men's Ballon d'Or Award, which were announced on Wednesday, with England's Jude Bellingham among the 30 players named. Portugal's Ronaldo, who has won the award 5 times, also failed to receive a nomination last year, while Messi, who won for a record 8th time in 2023 and has been nominated 16 times, misses out despite Argentina's Copa America win this year. Real Madrid, after clinching glory on both the European and domestic fronts last season, dominate the list with a whopping 7 representatives. From Carlo Ancelotti's current squad, all of Dani Carvajal, Federico Valverde, Antonio Rudiger, Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr. and Kylian Mbappe are in the running to be named world football's best player. The retired Toni Kroos, meanwhile, has also been recognised with a nomination. Turning attention towards Spanish football's other leading club, Barcelona, see 2 members of Hansi Flick's ranks on the Golden Ball shortlist. First up comes teenage sensation Lamine Yamal, with summer signing Dani Olmo's excellence at the European Championships enough to earn the former RB Leipzig man a spot on the star-studded list too. A leading member of the defensive ranks at La Liga giants Barcelona is primed to return to base in Catalonia's capital later this week. Araujo has for his part spent recent weeks away from Hansi Flick's squad back in his native Uruguay, as much comes as part of the 25-year-old's ongoing recovery efforts, owing to an injury suffered whilst lining out at the Copa America during the summer. After undergoing surgery late in July, Araujo was last month given permission to travel to Montevideo to complete the first phase of his recovery in the presence of his family. This week, though, this phase will come to a close. As per a report from Diario Sport, Araujo, in turn, is expected to touch back down in Catalonia's capital this Friday. T. La Fuente did not hesitate to confirm the positive feelings surrounding the talented 17-year-old right winger, stating that he is in peak physical condition in case he is needed to play against the Serbian team. He's perfect. For us, the player's health is always the priority. He had taken a knock over the weekend, but he's perfectly fine. To put his mind at ease, he underwent some tests and now he's calmer and ready for tomorrow, he commented. UEFA's coefficient ranking system offers countries the chance to gain an extra spot in the Champions League based on how well that nation's teams fare in European competitions throughout the season. England now have just 7 teams in European competitions. Meanwhile, Germany and Italy have 8 teams, making it harder for their respective leagues to rack up a strong average unless they were to produce cup winners in each of the tournaments. Spain also have 7 teams in continental competitions, meaning the English teams taking part will need to ensure they go far in their respective competitions if the Premier League is to win the extra spot this year. Manchester City are tracking Jamal Musiala and Joshua Kimmich. City have their eyes on a potential move for the pair of German internationals next summer. Ashley Jones and Russ said that a move for Kimmich seems easier to accomplish than signing Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich. With Joshua Kimmich and Jamal Musiala, only a Manchester City move for Musiala seems to make sense. There is no doubt of the pedigree of Joshua Kimmich and Jamal Musiala. Kimmich is a proven performer at a high level. He has been ever present in Bayern Munich's lineup since Pep Guardiola managed the club. Jamal Musiala is one of the premier young playmakers in world football, but from a City point of view only, a move for Musiala seems to make sense. There is a time coming in the near future when Manchester City will need to start replacing several key players. Players such as Bernardo Silva, Kevin Bryan and Ilkay Gundogan are closer to the end of their storied careers. Manchester City will need to start regenerating their midfield stocks. That's where a player like Jamal Musiala could come in. Liverpool have revealed why 3 of their first team stars were omitted from their Champions League squad. Many were shocked to see Harvey Elliott, Connor Bradley and Gerald Quansah left off the list, but they need not worry as they have only been left off the list, appearing instead on the B list, which is unlimited in size and reserved for younger players who have been at the club for a while. Fermin Lopez has sent out an upbeat message after being ruled out of action for 3 weeks by Barcelona with a hamstring injury. The 21-year-old suffered a problem in training with the Spain under-21 squad and has since returned to his club side for treatment. He seems in positive mood despite the setback with a post on Instagram that read, "There are falls that will make you fly." Lopez will miss that game and potentially upcoming fixtures against Monaco and Villarreal, but could be available for Barcelona's next home game, which is on September 25 against Getafe. Galatasaray have completed a deal to sign Victor Osimhen on loan from Napoli. The Nigeria striker was a target for Chelsea before the transfer window closed in England last week, while the 25-year-old was also heavily linked with a move to Saudi Arabian club Al Ahly. Osimhen signed an extension to his contract with Napoli until June 2027 before completing his temporary switch. Liverpool reportedly face competition from Arsenal, Barcelona and Real Madrid for Palmeiras defender Vitor Reis. It is claimed that several top European clubs have sent scouts to watch the defender. According to fish aids, Reis could follow in the footsteps of fellow Brazilian Endrick by Sealing. A high-profile move to Europe in the next 12 months. The report adds that the 18-year-old dreams of moving to Europe as he continues to be linked with moves to Anfield, Old Trafford and the Emirates Stadium. Man United are preparing a move to seal the signing of Juan Cabal, who joined Juventus in the summer transfer window for £10 million. The Colombian left-back has played 3 Serie A games for the Old Lady so far and caught the eye since pre-season. It's hardly been months since Cabal joined Juventus and there is already interest in him over his next move. As per Tutto Juve, Man United have been told that a fee of around £25.2 million would be enough to sign the 23-year-old. Cabal has a contract with Juventus until 2029. With 5 years on his contract, it makes no sense as to why the Italian giants would let him leave for around £25.2 million when he would be worth much more down the line. Real Madrid will make Manchester City midfielder Rodri their top target next summer, according to reports. The former Atletico youngster is the great dream of Los Blancos president Florentino Perez, along with manager Carlo Ancelotti, who might not be in charge next season. There is apparently only one club Rodri would consider leaving Man City for, and that is Real Madrid, with the midfielder very tempted to switch Manchester for Madrid. Rodri only has 2 paths for the future, and that is sign for Madrid or extend his City contract. Bayern Munich's team value increased €74 million this summer after the acquisitions of Hiroki Ito, Michael Olise and Joe Palhinha. The Bavarians outpaced RB Leipzig €46 million increase, though the side of those 2 clubs' values did not rise all that much. There were some steep drops, though. Mainz 5-side's roster value dropped €36 million, while Borussia Mönchengladbach €23 million and Bayer Leverkusen €21 million took a hit as well. La Liga giants Barcelona have long sewn up a full agreement to close the signature of a highly regarded up-and-coming attacker, Ibrahim Diarra. A formal deal for as much has in the meantime been completed. At SPO-RT, we have learned that the agreement with the African Foot Academy of Mali to sign Diarra is completely closed. The gifted attacker, set to turn 18 in December, will in turn soon be plying his trade in famed red and blue of Barcelona.